What is happening, Dolphins fans? And welcome to another episode of the Fins Tailgate with your host, El Capitan. And tonight, on this edition of Film Study, we look at the Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots, where the Dolphins were victorious on Sunday, putting them at 6-2 while heading up to the Chiefs and going to see them in Germany and find out who the king of the AFC is. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribing if you are new, share the video, and also do comments at the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think of the film breakdown. And, it takes a lot of work to do this stuff. And so hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into the film. So on the first play of the game, Dolphins are in their base defense, got man-to-man coverage out here on the end, going off man out here. And Cater Kohu playing in the slot where he does his best work as a Dolphin. Number 81 out here wide ends up coming into motion to the top, to the other side of the screen here, and Cater picks him up on the motion playing the slot and just comes up and makes an awesome sure tackle for a loss here. But, in the future, Eli Apple out here on the outside will be played by Xavier Howard, hopefully this week coming up against the Chiefs in Germany. That would be awesome. But I just want to point out how, Cater Kohu, Jalen Ramsey, now this is Eli Apple in this situation, but will be Xavier Howard. This Dolphins defense is getting better. So let's watch this tackle made by Kohu here. So there comes the man in motion. Kohu picks him up, number 81, sees the pass, little screen out to him. I don't think so. Boom, short tackle. 4 yards lost on that one. Again, let's check it out from the other angle. Cater makes sure to get out in front of him. Just a quick pass trying to spread the defense out early from the Patriots, and it didn't go well for him. So after picking up the first down, Tua Tagovailoa comes out and finds Waddle out here for a nice pickup of 17 yards, even though the offense stalled later this drive and had to punt and was getting a little slow. I just want to point out the Tyreek Hill effect on this one. So they've got Raheem Mostert back here in the backfield. There's Berrios. There's Tyreek Hill. Here's the tight end, Durham Smythe. And here is Waddle. And Waddle's just going to come up and run straight on out. So, but what the Dolphins do here, and this is how, this is the amazing impact of a guy like Tyreek Hill. He's going to come into motion, right? And he's going to drag all the way to the bottom of the screen here and come out way far, actually more down here, actually. So he's going to come all the way on the outside and turn up field, which this man in this formation right now is lined up against Waddle. So what happens? This guy who is accounting for Hill follows Hill all the way down, and then he has to pass him off to this guy and then pick up Jalen Waddle to the back end where Waddle is running full speed this way. So watch how this play develops. And as soon as the pass is made, Tua does a great job with throwing the ball out here and finds Waddle, who's able to come back for it and get it in the open little nest right there. So watch Tyreek Hill come in motion. Here comes Tua. He calls him over. There he goes. Takes it out wide. And there's the pass off. Boom. Comes back. Never once was the defender able to even look at the quarterback at any given moment. Let's watch it again. I want you to see. I think this is the safe. No, it's the nickel right here. So here he is. Boom, boom. Never once was he able to, I think that was Duggar, was able to come back and look to the ball. So watch the pass. There he goes. Following Tyreek, passes him off real quick. That hesitation that we've seen right there was what allowed that pass to be caught and open. And that's the Tyreek Hill effect. So the Patriots ran this motion all day with number 81. He'd come down from one side, run all the way to the other side, get Cater Kohu to follow, It's something they did all day, but every now and again they get a little tricky with it, and they take 81, they bring him out, and then they bring him back on a sweep here. And, they're going to try to get their guy that's got some, speed out on the outside with blockers out in front, trying to come out here and set blocks. And this guy would set the inside edge. They're going to have this guy come out, all this stuff trying to block everybody. But Jalen Phillips narrowly, single-handedly kind of wrecks their whole deal. As soon as he sees the motion man coming back again, he then takes his foot and gets just a little wide and takes this blocker up right in front of him here, the tight end, and uses him to block out this other guy. So rather than number 81 taking the ball and coming out here and trying to get to the edge with blockers and all these guys setting blocks downfield, Jalen Phillips forces these guys out, which forces him inside, and which typically would allow all these other guys, linebackers and safeties and such, to come up and make the play. But he ends up making this tackle anyhow, so he essentially beat 3 guys on one play. And this is just dirty work stuff that we don't get to recognize a lot, but I just wanted to point it out when I was watching the film. So here goes the motion, comes back. Real quick, comes back, flying. Boom, hands him the ball. Look at Jalen Phillips. Whonk. Pushes him in his lane, just throws around Hunter Henry. This is a better angle to see him do it from, really. So watch. Look, see immediately as soon as the ball snapped, starts taking that outside edge, forcing him into this lane as he comes, and he makes the tackle. Watch. Swipe, boom, makes that tackle. So the Dolphins love running these routes where there are 2 breaking routes across the middle of the field. And, when they get a little slick with it and take Tyreek Hill up in motion, then down and around and bring him across, but then have Durham Smythe go the deeper route where the open hole is sitting right here while they have single high safety at the top, it's a matchup the Dolphins are going to look to exploit when you try to do that. I get that they've got extra guys in the backfield, but they want you to forget about guys like Smythe, and it's just a nice throw. And I heard sometime later that after this hit, Smythe got hit in the back, and it was affecting him, but he just muscled through the rest of the game. Shout out to Smythe for laying it all on the line for the team. So here comes Tyreek in motion. There they go. And everybody, look, I just want to point it out real quick again. This next thing, look at the triple coverage around Tyreek. Again, the Tyreek Hill effect to allow just a clean lane for, look, we've got 1, 2, 3, and there two. It looks like he's throwing it to Tyreek. So everybody's coming over. He's trying to get it to Tyreek, while everyone kind of just forgot about Smythe. And this is what playmakers on your team can do to you, and good route concepts, and then great decision-making by his quarterback. He's not trying to force it to Tyreek. He's just going to put it a little high and find Smythe. Boom. Yeah, that hit is what bothered Smythe the rest of the game. So this is where Tua takes a sack, and which sets up an even worse play coming up. But I just want to know, was this a miscommunication or what? So the outside defensive end comes in here and tries to split the gap between Hunt and Jackson. And I don't know why. I guess Jackson was looking for the blitz coming or what, but I don't know if he was supposed to help set a chip or a block or something with him, but he just gets on the outside, and I don't know if Hunt thought he had help next to him or what, and Tua just takes the sack on this one. So let's see. I mean, okay, yeah, that guy way outside, but dude, you just left him hung out to dry. I get it that the dude came in late. Let's watch it from this angle here. Number 90 comes up. Jackson's looking out wide, waiting for that. Yeah, I mean, just got to do a little bit more help than that. And that sets up 3rd and a lot for the Dolphins now. And this is where Tua throws his first interception of the game. And honestly, I don't know what he was looking at. He's targeting Tyreek Hill here, who just gets absolutely completely covered all over him. And granted, give it to the defense. I mean, they've got everybody back here around the line of scrimmage. But he tries to hit Tyreek underneath, which I guess, but it was so short. It's like he put it right to the first down marker. And I said this during the game call. I mean, did Tua just forget that he took a sack? Because that's further than 10 yards. Like he put it only like 10 yards away. That wouldn't have been good enough for the first down. And he just kind of short arms this one. And they end up getting an interception here. Tyreek has to make the friggin' tackle, for crying out loud. I mean, terrible. Let's watch it again. Boom. I don't know what happened here. I do not like watching Berrios try to tackle. That's not his forte. So here again, same play, different angle. It almost looks like, I mean, did he have enough time? I want to see what kind of time he had. Yeah, it looks like he's got the time. If he could have pumped that to Tyreek, I think that's Berrios out here. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not. That's Julian Hill. Julian Hill's going to be wide open on one of these plays if they try to essentially zone bracket coverage him like that. Tyreek Hill in triple coverage. Because look, he just blows right past the safety. The safety comes up, biting on it. I wonder if Tua can get that safety to bite up like that in another game and just hit Julian Hill free down the middle of the field like that. But yeah, Tua throws a short pass and interception. They bring it back, and they end up scoring on this play, on this drive. So now it's 3rd and 4, and the Patriots are just outside the red zone, and Mac Jones actually hits, I think that's Bourne, number 84, right over in the middle of the field, and he's able to take it in for a touchdown. But I want to point out who's in coverage on him here, number 20. Now, I'm guessing he didn't know the assignment because the Dolphins are showing too high safety. But as soon as the ball's snapped, they bring Jones down here to hold this side of the zone in coverage, and number 20 gets caught in his space where he should be really covering over here. That's Justin Bethel. So just watch this real quick. Bethel following number 84 or whoever this is, following the guy in motion, playing the slot guy. Then just watch. Here he comes. He has him. Bethel's over here, so he should have taken the inside shoulder is what he should have taken. And also, I think that's Deshaun Elliott here. He tries to get out in the middle of the field and play the single high now that the other safety is in the box, and just kind of gets tripped up going back over himself to come over here and cover the last line of defense as number 20 gets burned. And Bourne just takes this in, and that puts the Patriots up 7-0. Dolphins offense makes a mistake. Defense makes an error outside the red zone, and está no bueno. Watch him go right out to the middle of the field, get his hips turned, and that was all she wrote. So after the Dolphins get the ball at the 25-yard line, little run pass, varying successes, all positive yards. Dolphins marching down the field, and Tua and Mike McDaniel and Tyreek Hill, when they get in this area right here between the 40 and the 45 with the ball, they hit this against Philadelphia the week before. Tyreek Hill with off man. Look, he's looking over here at coach. He's like, actually, no, he's looking at the sideline judge. But anyhow, he's getting some off man. And they do have some safety help who's playing on the hash mark over here because you can't be, they're trying to bracket him as best they can, but he's also got to play, interior duties if he needs to. While they have the other safety over here down in the box playing these guys. And Smythe comes into motion, causes a little bit of drift, but then Tyreek Hill just turns on the burners. And Tua just lays out a freaking beautiful 50-plus yard pass. He throws the ball from the 49, and it ends up beyond the line in the end zone by a few yards. And just watch this. Good blocking, good little motion, fakes the handoff right there to Jeff, and slings this bad boy. Look at that. Tyreek Hill just takes it all the way to the bench. Great blocking by Eichenberg on that one. Look at Eichenberg, heads up on number 90 right there. Man to man, holds him up, pushes him to the outside, buys enough time for Tua to just lay that bad boy out. So on 3rd and short here, they're playing man coverage to everywhere, and Waddle does get kind of open out here, but the safety kind of starts creeping this way, and I wasn't going to let this play come and go and not show it because Tua, on a rare keep it and run up the gut, I just like it. Had good blocking. He saw the lane in the middle of the field, saw the easy first down to keep the chains moving, which is a wise play. If they're going to leave the middle of the field open for you like that, you need to go ahead and show them that, yeah, I'm just not going to let you disrespect me and leave me with an easy running lane and not take it. So just watch here. He does a little pump, steps up and just says, fine, I'll take this real estate, slides down, gets down safely, and picks up the first down. And I mean, I need more of that from Tua in my life. Take those yards. You're going to spread this defense out. They're going to leave a hole like that. Go for it. Slide down. So here's a play of quarterback, wide receiver knowing each other, and wide receiver helping out their quarterback. So Tyreek Hill's going to come across the formation like this. Tua's going to fake a handoff and bootleg it out this way and look to throw it. Now, I'm guessing the hope is that I believe it's the linebacker, or maybe it's this linebacker. I don't know. One of these guys, the hope is that they bite on the run and free up this spot right here, so then Tyreek Hill can get the ball out to the safety and hopefully beat the safety to the edge and take it upfield. But one of the defenders makes their way over here and picks up Tyreek coming across. So Tyreek just sits on his route and sits down here in the zone spot to find the open hole for his quarterback. And Tua makes a nice throw back across his body. Bam, right to him. We'll see it from both angles because it was a good move by the wide receiver and a great throw by Tua. Sits, finds the open hole, throws across his body, and gets it to Tyreek, gets a little run after catch. So here we'll get to see it from this angle now. Fake the run to Raheem. Number 23 rolls out. Boom. So again, Tua gets flushed out of the pocket and takes it this way. He's got defenders going sideline to sideline, following him as he gets flushed out of the pocket in his face. And he looks for Tyreek over here, who tries to make himself available for him. He goes left, comes around again, tries to get back across. Tua's looking for him as the window opens up, but he just a little bit off platform here with defenders in his face, not able to get enough lift on it, and it was, incomplete. But the following play, I like the call. See, boom, misses. So now here they are again, taking another shot to the end zone. Looks out there. Oh, no, this is the play I didn't like the call. So, again, they try to force it to Tyreek. And last time Tua went low, this time he goes a little too high. I get that he had some pressure in his face on this one, but they bring the blitz on this one. Tua gets hit late in the throw, but flag was thrown on this because it was pass interference on the defender. But I don't know. To me, if you're gonna try to take shots like that, I'd like to see some of these taller wide receivers get the call. The the guy we got that used to play in Pittsburgh, his name is escaping me right now. I wish I could forget. Anyhow, and Cedric Wilson and stuff like that, which they do end up calling this to Cedric Wilson next, which I was glad to see him get in after this penalty. It puts him on the 1 yard line, which I got to be real. That's kind of a weak penalty. But then look, here's Cedric Wilson now. Oh no, that's right. Again, they go to Tyreek. I hated this, bro. Back to back to back throws to Tyreek in the end zone. Try to go on the corner route right there and just try to pitch it up. And like, I get that Tua had that beautiful pass that just went right over the shoulder of the defender and right in the bucket to Tyreek. I know Tua's got the accuracy for it, but I just don't like that they went to Tyreek 3 times in the same friggin' 4 plays to try to get him into the end zone. I get it. He's your playmaker. He wants those bonuses. He wants to be the best in the NFL. But on this play, finally, they target a big man out here. He's just going to come across, and Tua's just going to put it out where only he can reach it with his long reach, and he does a great job grabbing it. And shout out to Cedric Wilson getting a touchdown here. Thump, real quick. Good for him. Look how excited he is. I love it. Getting everybody involved. I know it's an easy 1 yard throw into the end zone, but I just like that Cedric Wilson getting involved, honestly. So the Patriots get the ball back and put together one of their better drives of the game. Mac Jones actually having some good success targeting Eli Apple in coverage, putting everybody, putting all his passes to the right side of the field. A lot of good running from the running back Stevenson, who breaks some tackles, and it brings him all the way up to the 24-yard line. But he hasn't looked to the left side of the field pretty much all game, definitely 0 times this drive. And that's because Ramsey be lurking around here somewhere. Where is he? So, anyhow, being on the right hash mark, this close into the red zone area, they go 3 wide to the left. They're going to pass on this play. And Ramsey, I just want to point out, and I'm going to pause it as we go through this thing, but watch Ramsey right here. So Ramsey out here on the edge. They bring the motion. And if you look at Kohu looks at him and goes, go ahead, back it off. And he does. And Ramsey's going to play taking Parker into the end zone, man-to-man coverage, but he peels off of his man and lets the safety take him and comes back to number 84 and just jumps this route and intercepts this ball. And this is what you get with a guy like Ramsey, who's reading the quarterback's eyes, has the speed and athleticism to do everything right, and just uses his peripheral vision to keep Parker in front of him to see what's going on there and make sure he's picked up. And watch this here. Cater comes in to get the guy for the dump off man, as well as the linebacker. So essentially, with the over top playing deep for whoever gets loose, he has the option to come back, and he does. And just a great, look, Mac Jones didn't want to target to the left side of the field all day, and this is the reason why. Watch him come up, boom, jumps the route, and brings a nice comeback for the Dolphins here, who end up getting only 3 points on this drive. But it was great to see Jalen Ramsey, back in full action in the old school uniform, making his debut as a Miami Dolphin. Little pump out, looks out there, thinks, oh my goodness, I got him wide open. No. Jalen Ramsey done turned up field. Got you. Man, he is so lucky that he got out of bounds right there, because he would have took this bad boy to the house. So on this drive that they end up only getting 3 out of, I just want to point out Jalen Waddle's playing lights out. He had best game of the year. Him and Tyreek both going over 100. Jalen Waddle over 120 and a touchdown. And he just, Braxton Berrios comes into motion right before the snap, which gets man-to-man coverage out here on this corner. And Jalen Waddle just sticks his foot in the ground and makes an easy throw for Tua right here. And he picks up 17 on this one. And I just like the way Jalen Waddle runs routes. I wish he didn't body catch as much as he does, but his route running, goodness gracious. Little spin. And this perspective where Tua is just shows you how nice and easy of a throw it is. Thump. Beautiful. So the Dolphins get the ball at halftime. Patriots kneeled and took it into the half. And here's where the Dolphins kind of had another miscue, which results in a fumble. And it's just kind of one of those things where, the RPO kind of messes with you a little bit on this. Raheem thinks, Tua's pulling the ball back. Tua thinks Raheem's grabbing it. And they just have a little bit of miscommunication. But we got to get, simple little stupid stuff like this got to get cleaned up. Because you ain't going to win football games against Kansas Cities of the world. It just pops right out right there. Yep, just a simple mistake. And that puts them in the red zone. Then defense ends up holding them, though. So we talk about the Tyreek Hill effect, right? Well, here's the Jalen Ramsey effect. So, again, they're on the left hash mark. So I'm not really certain why, they do have a man coming into motion right here. But friggin' Mac Jones, McCorkle, is definitely got a little PTSD because there's Ramsey. And when he looks to make a pass to this side of the field over here, all he can see is Ramsey, who's flipping in and out coverage right there, coming back to where he wanted to throw the ball, and he hesitates and ends up taking a sack here. So this is a coverage sack inside the 15, all because you have Jalen Ramsey over there already in the quarterback's head. There goes the motion, in and out, 3 at the top of the screen. Ball is snapped, looks that way. He sees that he peels off and takes the sack, and the Dolphins defense comes up in a big way. Watch this D-line. Look at Christian Wilkins just bulldoze his way through there. Good for Christian Wilkins. Picking up a nice sack. So because the Dolphins have been sticking to the run, and, they're showing, a run formation really with the tight end here, but they get so tricky with the tight end, so it's hard to tell what's going on. The linebackers here both bite up on the run. And because of that, Tyreek Hill is able to just come out here and get into this open zone spot where, Tua just finds him for a nice 22, 24-yard pickup on this one. But watch both the linebackers jump up. Oh, I should be deeper in coverage. No. There goes Tyreek Hill. A little run after catch, too. Nice pitch and catch. And then this drive really becomes the Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle show as they get some nice gains in here. That little play action just plays so well. So after a drop pass where Tua hit a beautiful back shoulder ball that Jalen should have had, he looks his way again. A little bit of pressure this time up the middle by the defense. And Tua just stays patient and steps up in the pocket and fires one across the middle of the field to Waddle, who ends up finding himself open down there. Good play by Tua as the blitz comes. And nice catch by Waddle there. Great pickup on the blitz by Lester Cotton on that one. Is that Lester? Who's number 66? Lester Cotton, 66, right? Or is that Robert Jones? Either way, great to pick up the blitz there and give Tua the time to step up in the pocket. So Chase Claypool making an appearance out here. Got some off-man coverage over here and just going to come out and step inside, and his number was called, and he gets a nice catch and fights a couple of the defenders here in the secondary. Good to see the Dolphins getting him involved. I'd like to see him more involved in the red zone and with the jump balls. Hopefully they're working on that, but I like the way this guy runs. He's huge. I thought it was Julian Hill when they were playing. And even on the replay, I'm like, oh, look at Julian Hill. What a grab. And I'm like, oh, wait, that ain't Julian Hill. That's that big mofo we just got. So on this next play, they take Durham Smythe here and bring him in a pre-snap motion on like a wheel route almost. And, man, I like the play call. The, having the safety and corner over here get kind of cleared out by Tyreek Hill coming inside. And Durham Smythe, man, he had it, but I'll give it to the defender here. He came up and made a lick and just kind of folded his ass. Look, boom. Just kept him out of the end zone. Freaking Durham Smythe, the Iron Man, just taking a beating out there, but just keeps on ticking. Look at his hit. Boom. The next play coming up, Raheem Mostert just pounds this in there. Alec Ingle clears it out, and it's just easy work for Raheem on this one. Alec Ingle comes, and he's just going to set this edge. Boom, right here. Shout out to Julian Hill. This guy is just key in the blocking game. He's going to come out and set that. And, yeah, Raheem's going to get touched, but barely on this quick run-in, which, in years past, this close to the end zone, 3 tries on runs to come up with a no touchdown. But Dolphins just say, nah. Boom. So the one time McCorkle did get a pass on Ramsey here was against this tight end. I don't know who this guy is. Not going to lie. Number 86, I think, is his number. I've never seen the dude before. But he comes just on across the middle. And honestly, McCorkle had a bad throw. It really wasn't a bad throw. It was a little bit behind him. And Ramsey was a half a tick late. I don't know. Maybe he underestimates the guy's speed on this a little bit. I don't know. But he comes in chasing. And, I mean, dude, that pass was so close to getting intercepted, honestly. But the guy reaches back and grabs it and makes a big gain and looked all right for them there as they're trying to keep pace with the Dolphins, who are putting miles between them. But here again, I just want to show you this. Look at this pass. I mean, yeah, I guess that wasn't. I mean, really, if you want to be real, it's actually a pretty decent pass right in between the defenders like this. You kind of want to throw it towards the guy who has his back to you. But, I mean, really, number 86, what a great grab, because Ramsey's got his hand on it right there. But great grab by the big tight end guy there for them, and he's able to continue to get it. Nice tackle made by Jones. So this is the lick, the hit, the big-time hit that Deshaun Elliott lays on Devontae Parker here, which he doesn't return from the game after this hit. He walked off on his own power, but what a lick he lays on it. And the Dolphins are going to bring a blitz. They're bringing Ramsey. They're bringing a linebacker. They're going to bring a blitz from this way. And McCorkle does the right thing by throwing at the blitz. That's kind of the way you negate people being over aggressive. You're gonna come up and not guard this guy, and you're gonna blitz me instead. Then that means this guy's gonna have open down here. But Deshaun Elliott, who knows the play call, knows how to play his job, do it right, just comes in to play in coverage and just puts a walloping down. Even though the passes gets there and caught, the second Devontae turns up field, here comes the blitz. Boom. Look at this hit. And you know what? I'm just now noticing on this because I got the 2 and the 5 mixed up. This is a great play design by Fangio. Let's reel this back a little bit. Great play design by Fangio. He's got his outside linebacker playing up on the line like he does all the time, spreading Phillips a little wide. But before the snap, he's going to drop back here and give the illusion that we're bringing, a lot more than we typically do, with one linebacker really just blitzing and the outside linebacker just coming on out from in coverage. And it works because Ramsey stays in coverage out here on the boundary. And when Devontae comes to get caught here in the slot, just a lick laid on him by Deshaun. Love this play design though. Look at, there goes Chubb back into coverage as like a 3-4. And then they bring the two linebackers, throws it, boom. Just bammed him, bro. I love this angle of it too. Watch Deshaun down at the bottom right of your screen here. Coming over. Here comes the blitz. Throws, bam. Drop that ball, bro. You done. So again, some of the superstars showing up on this one. Ramsey out here in coverage is just going to, take the wide receiver that comes along and pick him up. And they're only going to have two running routes here with one guy playing the dump off guy. I think it's this dude and or the relief valve, and really just a, risky play design this far back, in your territory late in the game, but they got to start doing something. They got to throw the ball. They're trying to figure out ways to make it happen. And Kader Kohu comes on a blitz, which the running back picks up. But shout out to Bradley Chubb, who splits the double team after fighting and picks up a sack from the coverage in this one. And just good work. So watch Bradley Chubb on this play. He just stays relentless. He comes in full speed. Boom. Right there at tight end, and the left tackle says, nope. Get him. He knew he had good coverage in the back. They brought the blitz. Kader comes in on the blitz. What a play. So it was 24-10, and I feel like the Dolphins on offense kind of dialed it back a little bit, got a little vanilla, ended up having to punt. Patriots get the ball. The defense certainly maybe a little gassed, but I think also just dialed it back, played a lot of zone, let the Patriots drive down, and the Patriots tried like 50 times to get it into the end zone, and they did. So now the Dolphins offense is like, well, we kind of dialed it back. We're going to dial it up again. So they drive all the way down the field. They're inside, or at like the 31-yard line here. And again, with the Tyreek Hill effect, Tyreek Hill's going to come into motion here and go on the outside of Waddle. And there's just going to be a little bit of miscommunication breakdown. These guys are all coming up, playing. The middle of the field gets pulled out because guys are worried about, the running backs coming out. And for whatever reason, they're picking double coverage on Tyreek Hill. I don't know who one of these safeties got sucked up because of the run or in the pass, and just a great play design. And Waddle's able to just come out here and just go, hey, nobody is covering me. And just an embarrassing Dolphins embarrassing the Patriots on this play right here. I mean, look, nobody accounts for Waddle. Are you kidding me? I get that you got an extra account for Tyreek Hill, but Waddle at this point was having himself a hell of a day. And this 30-yard strike just put a cap on it. Look at wide open. He could have walked in. He could have waddled his way into this thing. He could have done the full penguin waddle all the way. So they just bit hard on the run. They just figured, hey, if it's not Tyreek in the pass game, it's nobody, and they lose because of it. Bad. Dolphins icing on the cake with that one. So yeah, guys, it was an excellent performance by the defense and the offense. Some miscues on offense, some couple of not that great of throws, and I didn't like that they went to Tyreek Hill 3 times in a row in the end zone. I do like that they called Cedric Wilson's number, and he was able to get the touchdown after that. Penalties helped us out in some areas in this game. Take that for what you will. But, all in all, defense is looking good. Ramsey looked great. This offense still high powered as ever. And, although there was injuries on the offensive line, stayed relatively clean for the most part at home. Now, hopefully we get healthy on the O-line. Hopefully, the creativity doesn't lack and doesn't dip, and we continue to be just as creative, just like on that Jalen Waddle play. And we find ourselves with a victory Monday and film breakdown against the Chiefs with all those victories going on. So, guys, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, share this video, tell somebody about it. Let me know what you think of the film breakdown. Let me know in the comment sections any suggestions, any things you guys want to see. And keep your eyes out for the Kansas City Chiefs film breakdown that I'm going to do, Scouting the Enemy. So make sure you guys, again, are hitting the like button, sharing, and we'll see you guys next time. Fins